This class is going to be taught both by myself and my British colleague, David. I will be talking first in Chinese about the relevance of the Yellow River chorus story to our modern world. As I do that, I will be mentioning some key words and phrases in English. After that, David will be discussing the whole content, but completely in English. This is going to be fantastic English listening practice. First, listen carefully for the words and phrases I've mentioned. And remember, if you don't catch everything the first time, you can listen again as many times as you want. 音乐的力量不可低估。人都是有情感的，好的音乐可以影响单个的人 individual listeners， 一群人、一代人，甚至是整个国家。音乐有着强大的凝聚力，可以让人们分享激动和热情。这个故事也让人们不禁惊叹，音乐真的是一种神奇的媒介 ，a mysterious kind of medium。一些音符串在一起 ，a bunch of sounds， 怎么就可以传达那么多东西，甚至是深刻的情感？创作者居然可以受到某一个特定场合 a particular moment 的启发，当时创作出来的作品所传达出来的情感，能影响到现代社会，甚至是未来那么多的人。在黄河大合唱创作过程当中，光蔚然和冼星海被黄河奔流不息的场景所震撼，从而引发了深入的思考 contemplating， 紧接着把这种浓烈的情感转变成了音符 convert into sound， 所创作成的音乐极大地激发了人们的情感 galvanize people's sentiments， 让中华儿女们在无比艰难 incredibly difficult 的抗战时期拥有了更多的勇气 stronger sense of courage。神奇的大自然是艺术家们不竭的灵感源泉，无论是东方还是西方，在很多艺术作品中都能看到河流这样的意象，类似于黄河大合唱、世界名曲《蓝色多瑙河》同样也写于民族危亡时刻。每当远离家国的奥地利人听到这支撼动心灵的旋律时，总禁不住热泪盈眶。甚至有音乐评论家说，不管奥地利人相逢在世界什么地方，这首歌就是他们无形的身份证，所以整个奥地利对之如痴如狂，将它作为第二国歌。回到现代的中国社会，在华语音乐圈，周杰伦和他的音乐对无数年轻人产生了影响。有人评价说，周杰伦不是一个歌手，他代表的是一个时代 ，He stands for a generation。在周杰伦创作的所有歌曲中，对我和很多其他人影响最大的一首歌是《蜗牛》（Snail）。蜗牛是周杰伦在自己的事业处于低谷时所创作的 ，When his career was at really low ebb。当时周杰伦整天就是帮别人写歌，心情非常不好，于是决定写一首歌勉励一下自己，同时也是为了鼓励年轻人能够像蜗牛一样，为了自己的目标一步一步往前爬。通过这首歌，估计大家也能感受到他当年的事业低谷期。其实很多人都会有类似的经历，生活不顺，前途无望 ，Their life and career is going nowhere。自己满腔的抱负得不到施展 ，unable to fulfill their ambitions。很多次感觉自己的梦想似乎就要在眼前蒸发 ，evaporating in front of your eyes。往前眺望，看到的也只是各种失败、昏暗和绝望 ，failure, gloom and despair。也正是在那样的心态之下，周杰伦决定写一首歌来给自己加油打气 ，boost his spirits。万般思绪之中 ，melting pot of emotions， 透露出一股忧伤，但仍然坚定地往前奋进 ，determined to fight on。蜗牛这首歌就这样诞生了。歌曲里的这只蜗牛在一棵树上慢慢地往上爬 ，slither up a tree。它代表的是一种精神，速度慢没关系，只要态度坚定，总会达到目标。通过这首歌，周杰伦不仅仅是想激励自己，更是想鼓励这一代的年轻人。在他们之中，有很多人也正经历着类似的沮丧和困难 ，going through similar bouts of despondency and difficulties。先不提旋律之美， 但是歌词就很打动人。该不该割下重重的壳，寻找到底哪里有蓝天？随着轻轻的风，轻轻的飘，历经的伤都不感觉疼。我要一步一步往上爬，等待阳光，静静看着他的脸。小小的天，有大大的梦想，重重的壳，裹着轻轻的仰望。我要一步一步往上爬，在最高点乘着叶片往前飞跃，任风吹干流过的泪和汗。总有一天，我有属于我的天。I want to climb up step by step. When I get to the top, catch a leaf and fly on forwards. And the wind blows dry the remnants of tears and sweat. In the end, there will be a day that is mine. 无论是我在学习上还是工作上遇到困难，我都会循环播放这首歌，从中获取很大的能量 draws great strength from it。 我最喜欢的是最后旋律的爆发。总有一天，我有属于我的天。 In the end, there will be a day that is mine. 能让人感觉未来充满了希望，自己有信心能够闯出一片天。包括我自己在内的很多人都从周杰伦的音乐中获取了很多的力量。其实如果外国朋友想要了解现代的中国，大家可以给他们介绍一些类似的音乐，通过音乐来了解一代人。很多海外的中国留学生给当地人留下了刻苦认真的印象。外国人会好奇这种刻苦特质的来源是哪儿 ，wonder about the source。当然，原因可能是多元化的，但是音乐的影响也非常重要。或许蜗牛能让外国人更加了解中国人奋斗时的心境 mindset， 着手于眼前的每一份努力，并期盼着实现人生的目标。
A really important aspect of Yellow River Chorus is how it demonstrates the power music can have over human emotions, not just the emotions of individual listeners, but also on a whole group, a whole generation, and even a whole nation of listeners. Music can really bring a whole group of people together in a shared moment of joy, ecstasy, enthusiasm, or passion. This story also shows us what a mysterious kind of media music is. I mean, how can a bunch of sounds communicate anything? How is it that a composer or songwriter is able to convey their emotions from a particular moment to audiences far and wide, both now and far into the future? In this particular case, the songwriter and composer, having been moved by a moment watching and contemplating the Yellow River, were able to convert those feelings into sound. And then that sound was able to galvanize people's sentiments and enable them not only to be moved, but to feel a stronger sense of courage during wartime in the face of incredibly difficult circumstances. Nature has also been a huge influence on Western composers. To name just one of numerous examples, many of Austrian composer Schubert's famous early compositions, such as The Trout, were inspired by wandering in the mountains in Upper Austria. But let's turn now to modern times. We've just heard Alan talking about a popular singer, Zhou Jieluan, whose music has been a huge influence on a whole generation of younger Chinese of his age. Alan talked in particular about one of Jay Chou's or Zhou Jieluan's really popular songs, Snail. Jay Chou composed this song when his career was at a really low ebb. He still hadn't become famous in his own right and would spend most of his time helping to write songs for others. As you can imagine, this was a real low point in Zhou Jieluan's life. I think most people would easily be able to identify with Zhou Jieluan's feelings at that time. Most people have gone through periods in their life like that, when they just feel that their life and career is going nowhere and they're unable to fulfill their ambitions. At times like that, you sometimes feel your dream is evaporating in front of your eyes. And when you look ahead at your future, all you can see is failure, gloom and despair. In that state of mind, Zhou Jieluan decided to write a song that would help to boost his spirits. And it was out of that melting pot of emotions, feeling gloomy but yet determined to fight on, that the song Snail was born. It talks about a snail that is slowly slithering up a tree. Snail, of course, represents the idea that you reach your goals through slow and steady steps. Not that a snail takes steps, it doesn't have legs, but you get my point. Through this song, Zhou Jieluan wanted not only to comfort himself, but also to encourage his generation of listeners, many of whom he knew would be going through similar bouts of despondency and difficulties. What the song is saying is that when you're feeling like that, just get your head down like a snail and focus on what is immediately in front of you. Keep moving forwards and upwards bit by bit. Let me translate the words of the song for you. Should I put aside my heavy shell and look for exactly where I can see blue sky, floating along gently where the gentle breeze blows, I don't feel the pain of the injuries I've been through. I want to climb up step by step, waiting for when the sunlight is softly looking at its head. Small days have big dreams. Light hopes are bundled in heavy shells. I want to climb up step by step. When I get to the top, catch a leaf and fly on forwards. As the wind blows dry the remnants of tears and sweat, in the end, there will be a day that is mine. Well, just listening to those words, even without the music, you should be grateful that I didn't dare to try to sing it. You can imagine how that could carry someone through difficult times. It's not promising that life is going to be easy. Its message is far more down to earth. Just keep persisting and have a belief that there will be good times ahead. For Alan, this song has taken him through many struggles and difficulties. When he has encountered troubles and difficulties during his studies or at work, he tells us that he listens to the song again and again, and he draws great strength from it. He also loves its melody and rhythm. He especially loves it when the music swells and gets louder towards the end. At that moment, Alan is filled with confidence for his future. Of course, there are many factors in Chinese society that help to explain this: family environment, social values, etc. However, songs and music often reflect core values too. Zhou Jieluan's Snail can help Westerners to understand the Chinese mindset of keeping one eye on your life's goal, but the other eye on what is immediately in front of you.